What's up, y'all? Good morning. This is your girl, Lady Mocha. I thought it was imperative that I did a video right quick this morning on these jobs, these companies, these corporations, these businesses. What's up? Good morning, Hershey Kiss. Well, good afternoon now. It's afternoon time. What's up, everybody? I just wanted to do a little quick chat with y'all because I'm really starting to feel some type of way about these corporations, these companies, these businesses that keep losing good employees because I really don't understand how some of these companies, you see that you have excessive turnover rates. And a lot of y'all are not understanding that every time you lose good employees, it costs your companies triple in the long run. Every time you lose a good employee, for one, you got to hire a new one. And when it comes to hiring new employees, it costs because every time you hire a new employee, you got to pay, you got to purchase new uniforms. That's more money. You have to pay for their background tests. That's more money. You got to pay for them to get screening, drug tests done. That's more money. Every time you lose a good employee, it costs your company more money. Not only that, you got to retrain these new employees. Every time you retrain these new employees, that costs us money. And it's a lot of unnecessary time that's being wasted every time you got to hire a new employee. What I don't understand is why are these companies, these businesses, these corporations, why y'all not fighting to keep y'all most dedicated employees? The ones who know their job, who are good at what they do, that make your company look good, that know the ropes, they got the skills, they got the abilities, they don't put in years, they don't put in a lot of knowledge to your company. This is what makes your company grow. But some of these companies, what happens is when y'all get y'all titles, y'all abuse y'all goddamn titles. Y'all think because y'all have you have executive director behind your name, you got director behind your name, you got supervisor behind your name, you got management behind your name. Some of y'all get titles and y'all abuse y'all authority. Y'all abuse your authorities on these jobs, and you get these titles, you start smelling yourself, you abuse your authority, you talk to people all kind of way, you mistreat your employees, you don't show any type of appreciation. It doesn't matter if you are paying your employees, because I know a lot of companies, they don't feel like they got to show their employees any appreciation, because the way they look at it is, I'm paying you. Long as I'm paying you, that's all that matters. No, what matters is, as an employee, you are being appreciated for what the hell you do. You are being appreciated for your contribution to the company. Well, these big time CEOs, these supervisors, these directors are not understanding, even though y'all are the chiefs, it's the goddamn Indians that's helping your company to flourish. Y'all are not making it happen by yourself. These chiefs who y'all feel because they don't have titles and you pay them the bare minimum, y'all really feel like y'all have the right to mistreat and talk to y'all employees all kind of way. When if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have the company you had now. And what really disturbs me is a lot of these people who got these titles, who are supervisors, who are managers, who are directors, how often they forget they have not always had these titles. At one point in time, you was a goddamn Indian too. Am I correct? You wasn't always a CEO. You wasn't always a supervisor, a director, a manager. At some point in time, you came in as just a regular employee that had to fight and work your way to the top to get to where you are. And that's cool. I can respect that. I can respect anybody who's willing to do whatever they got to do to climb the ladder and get to the top. But what I don't respect is those that when they get there, they forget where the hell they come from. And now they figure now they could treat everybody underneath them all kind of way. My problem is too many companies that have way too many turnovers. And how are y'all not keeping up with the numbers? How y'all not looking at the fact y'all losing at least, 15 or 20 employees a month? That is not good. That, especially when you're losing good employees. And what I don't understand is why a lot of these managers and directors, they are quick to let their good employees walk out the door. They don't have a problem with their good employees leaving them. Why would you want somebody to leave your company who knows your company, who's good at their job, and who's good at and good at what they do? Do you realize that when you keep an employee who has all the knowledge, who's very familiar with your company policies and procedures, that's one less headache you got to worry about. That's one less problem you have to deal with. When you have an employee who knows their job and they're good at what they do, those are the employees you need to be fighting to hold on to. The employees that are dedicated, who get up and come to your job on time every day. Those are the employees that you need to treasure. The ones who are willing to stay, after they shift, way after their shift is over. They're willing to stay and not leave and sacrifice, not going home to their husbands, to their companions, to their children, on the strength of trying to help your company flourish. Why would you allow good employees of good substance, of good values, of good knowledge? Why would you let your good employees, why would you fail them? Why would you disappoint your good employees and let them down? Why would you discourage them from even wanting to stick with you? It's too many companies out here. Y'all more concerned with y'all budget than y'all are keeping y'all most dedicated employees. You have a lot of companies, they are willing to lose good employees. They don't want to give them no raises. They don't want to pay them more, and they know they can pay them more because they're more concerned about the budget. They want to make sure come Christmas, come January, when it's time to be audited, they want to make sure they can make up for all the money they've been spending unnecessarily. Because in the top, it's a lot of corrupt people to the top. I promise you. In these companies, is more corruption at the top than it is to the bottom. While you worrying about those who are on the same level as you, you thinking those who in the same office as you, who got the same positions you got, you thinking they're your main threat. No, your main threat is these top executives, these CEOs. They're your main threat. It's more corruption at the top. It's way more corruption at the top than it is to the bottom. So why are you worried about the person you working with? You thinking they gonna be they could become your worst enemy. No, what could become your worst enemy is those that have climbed the ladder. Okay. And not gonna do looking better than this person. Yeah, original man. That's very true. You have a lot of them. Yeah, it has more become about power. You have a lot of individuals, men and women, who get a title and they abuse their authority. But like in the words of Pastor Jakes would say, having power without compassion is dangerous. And it is. If you give a person with a lot of passion, with a lot of power, if you give that person too much power and they lack compassion, you are definitely heading in a danger zone, because that basically means they have no care, no regards for other people's feelings. The only thing they're concerned about is the numbers, and that is dangerous. Yeah, and it's on so many levels, and you're right. Unfortunately, I've seen more women than men who get on a power ego. It's a lot of women. When y'all get positions, y'all get on the power ego. Okay. And half of y'all think y'all slick. A lot of y'all didn't climb the ladder genuinely. Ain't no telling how many of y'all had to do a Monica Lewinsky to get to where you are. But you get up there and you get behind the desk and you get a title. Not only you abuse your authority, you have women in positions who will treat women underneath them who got smaller titles like they dirt. I've seen women who have climbed the ladder and they forgot at one point in time You wasn't always there. You had to struggle and fight to get to where you are too. And what happens is, we're in a world today, unfortunately, where, women, you have to realize women over the years, we have always been considered as second-class citizens. What's up, Lady Yo-Yo, Sweet the Details, Simply Deep. Thank y'all for coming in at Cafe de Paris. I'm talking about these companies that keep losing good employees because it's too many people in the workplace that's abusing their authority. They're abusing their titles. As I was stating, women, we've evolved throughout the years. Women have always been considered as second-class citizens. So for a long time, women wasn't allowed to have the same rights as men had. Women wasn't allowed to vote. Women was not allowed to decide if they could have an abortion or not. Women have had to go through a lot to pave the way. Which is good, but then it's bad because what happens is when you finally get that one woman or that one sister that makes it to the top, she starts smelling herself to the point not only she dogs the men that work underneath her, she not only mistreat the men who got to work for her, she would mistreat the women that got to work for her. And my thing is, damn, did you forget what the hell you were before you got promoted, before you got this title? Clean sinks before you got to where you were. But a lot of us we finally get to that point, we arrive, because sometimes women, we're constantly feeling defeated. So when we do make it, we really start to smell ourselves. We get the big head. We get the big head and we get to a point where we feel like nobody can't tell us nothing, and this is what disturbs me. And it's not just women. You have some men who abuse their power as well. You get people who get these titles, who become CEOs, become executive directors, become supervisors, become managers. They get up there, and because of their title, these chiefs think they can mistreat their Indians all kind of way. What these companies are not understanding, y'all are not making it happen by yourselves. These Indians or these understaffed employees, they are the reason your company is flourishing. Okay, you are not doing it by yourself. All right, even though you're the one that's sitting behind the desk and you pointing the fingers and you telling everybody what to damn do. Keep in mind, if they was not there to do what you needed them to do, you would not have a company. It's too many companies that have way too many turnovers. And they don't try to research. They don't try to examine why do we keep losing good employees. If you survey the majority of these companies, if these CEOs, these executives took the time to really survey these employees that are being terminated, these employees that are being let go, the majority of these employees are leaving because of how those with titles are handling them. That's the main reason why a lot of good employees do not stay, okay? They don't stay because you have people with titles who don't know how to talk to other adults like they are adults. You have some people with titles that will handle adults like they are children, okay? And because a lot of times it's not always what you say, it's how you say it. And you have a lot of these companies that got this attitude like, you need us. We the ones paying you. That is true. But guess what? Y'all need y'all employees. Even though y'all are paying y'all employees, y'all need y'all employees. Y'all cannot operate these whole companies by yourselves. A lot of these companies don't realize if all y'all employees walked out and left y'all company today, if everybody decided to pick up and leave and say, the hell with this, y'all will be in trouble. A lot of these companies would be in trouble, and the problem is on a lot of these jobs is so much favoritism. It's a lot of clicks. You have some people, because they have a bond with the management or whatever the case is, they are allowed to get away with murder. They're allowed to come in late when they want to come in late. They're allowed to bend the rules as they want to bend the rules. It's kind of like as long as you are the boss's pet, and you kissing ass basically and doing whatever the boss says do, then the boss, then you in there. But the moment you are an employee who will stand for you will stand for what you believe in, and you will speak, you will speak your mind. You will speak your piece. They don't like you. A lot of these people with big titles, they do not like employees who speak their mind. They want a yes master, no master. They want a yes master, no master employee who's going to back down, who's not going to voice their opinion. And the moment you voice your opinion or you speak your mind, you automatically become a threat. You know why? Because you're not a damn dummy. A lot of these chiefs, and what I mean by chiefs, I'm talking about CEOs, I'm talking about executive directors, I'm talking about these people with these upper management positions. They don't like employees that are going to call them out on their bull. Okay? They want a yes master, no master employees. Thanks for the thumbs up, y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yes, Lady Yo-Yo. That's my point exactly. Just a little bit of appreciation. And I'm not talking about no Christmas bonus, because my thing is, a lot of these companies think as long as they're giving you extra money, they're showing appreciation. That is not true. You can be giving me big money, cutting me bonuses and all of that. But if you're mistreating me and you're making me feel like I have no importance in your company, then what good is the money if you can't say, thank you, I appreciate it? You know how many employers won't tell their company, they won't tell their employees 2 words, thank you. Do you know some employers don't even know how to say thank you? What's the harm in saying thank you? It don't cost any money to tell your employees thank you. A lot of them got too much pride to even say thank you. And a lot of them won't do it because they feel like the moment they tell you thank you, that they're giving you too much recognition. They give you too much praises. Don't you know it's so bad? I know some companies, they won't even tell their employers good morning when they come in the morning. They won't even say good morning to their own employees. Your employees coming on your job, they clocking in to make your life easy that day, when they could have called in, not showed up, and left you to have to handle everything. Okay? How dare you allow your employees to come in and you don't even say good morning? You don't even say at the end of the day, good afternoon. It's sad, but it's so many so many companies that cannot keep good employees because they treat their employees like second-class citizens, like underdogs. Don't want to give the money up. They employees. Oh, of course, Original Man. Yeah, something about women, but because women, unfortunately, women are so used to being oppressed. Women are used to being oppressed. Women are so used to being considered second-class citizens. So when they do climb the ladder, again, a lot of them start smelling themselves. And I don't knock a sister who's finally arrived. Okay, cool. Kudos to you. I get it. You made it. You beat the statistics of being just another baby mama or just another chick growing up in the projects. I mean, hats off to you. But just because you are successful, that does not mean you got to mistreat others who are not on your level of success. Okay? And that goes for anybody. I don't care if you are a man or you're a woman. If you are a successful man, you are a successful woman, I don't have a problem with you being successful. My problem is when you become successful, you don't have to step on everybody else's toes because, for one, you should know what it's like. You have been there before. You know what it's like to be to the bottom. Everybody that is now to the top done got to experience what it's like being to the bottom. And what a lot of people don't realize is sometimes God will give you things just to see how you're going to act. Sometimes God will bless you and give you positions. God will promote you to another level just to see how you're going to act. And a lot of times when we get with man or woman, when we get the privilege to climb the ladder, you're going to either do one or two things. You're either going to bless those who you see or where you were once upon a time and try to help them get to where you are, or you're going to let your ego and let your pride get in the way to where now you feel like you can treat everybody underneath you like they're second-class citizens. I say all that to say this. These companies need to realize that every time they lose good employees, it costs them more in the long run. Why you think you're getting over because you keep losing good employees, and then a lot of them, they be wanting to get rid of good employees because after you've been there for a good while and it's almost close to you getting a raise, they don't want to up that extra money. They rather lose good employees and get somebody who comes in who don't know what they're doing, who lack the skills, who lack the knowledge, because they know they could give them pennies. A lot of these companies, they want to lose their employees because they would rather lose good employees. That way they could get new ones and could pay them pennies. They could pay these new employees whatever they want to pay them. And that's the majority of their problem. You know, they know an employee that's been there for a while is going to look for something more eventually. They don't mind losing their employees because they don't want to kick out that extra money. But what they don't realize is in the long run, your company loses because every time you get a new employee that you have to retrain, that you have to, teach everything all over. You have to teach them everything new all over again. A lot of these new employees, they come in and they mess up because they don't know the ropes. And every time they mess up and they make mistakes, it sets your company back. That's really the bottom line. Your company keeps losing every time you got to hire somebody new, all because y'all are willing to risk losing y'all good employees. That's really what it boils down to. Original man said, yeah, they have a climate thing. Women know about anything. I don't know what woman that is. Women up a present. Yeah, like I said, everybody, original man, everybody that's to the top, they didn't get there righteously. A lot of them done Monica Lewinsky their way to the ladder. A lot of them have manipulated everybody that's to the top. You can't always give them props because you don't know what all they did to get there. And then secondly, a lot of people, in order for them to get to the top, they done stepped on a lot of toes. They done threw a lot of people under the bus to get to where they are. Everybody has not gotten to the top because they earned it. Everybody ain't got to the top because they earned it. But I just definitely want to share this with y'all because I'm just so tired of these employees, these employers, these good employees getting blackballed by these employers because they abusing their title. But on that note, I'm going to upload a video on that one of these days because I definitely want to get everybody's opinion on that. I'm tired of good employees getting blackballed because of these employers. They abusing their privilege and they don't know when they stepping out of their lane. But on that note, it is your girl, Lady Mocha. Thank y'all for tuning in with me here at Cafe de Paris. And be on the lookout because I'm going to be uploading some new material soon. Thank y'all for tuning in and viewing. And y'all have a wonderful day. This